I found some really good quotes, and I figure if I go off the quotes, I'll have something to talk off from. And my favorite is, this is the beginning. If I had my child to raise all over again, I'd build self-esteem first and the house later. I'd finger paint more and point the finger less. I would do less correcting and more connecting. I would take my eyes off my watch and watch with my eyes. I would take more hikes and fly more kites. I'd stop playing serious and seriously play. I would run through more fields and gaze at more stars. I'd do more hugging and less tugging. That's from Diane Luman's from If I Had My Child to Raise Over Again. And I know there's a lot of people out there that think that they wish that they would have done more of that with their child. And I'm thankful that I don't feel that way. I stay at home with him, so I spend every single day with him, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's see if I can find some of these other quotes. Yeah, basically just to spend as much time with your kids as you can. It's really going to make all the difference in the world, and I can attest to that myself. It's so amazing to see their little faces when they see something that you've seen 1,000 times, like a big, beautiful rock or a seashell, and they see it, and they have this light on their face. And it's like, in that moment, you see it again, brand new. It's like you've never seen it before, and it's the one time, as an adult, that you can experience the innocence of a child that you might not have ever had or might not remember. And I think it's simply beautiful. Maybe that's why I've always remained a big child myself. Let's see. Taking time and sharing is the essence of teaching. The future of those we cherish will be a reflection of what we model today. And the author is unknown. That is a very true statement. There's a lot of teachers out there that just seem like they don't genuinely care. And they have to. Same with nursing. You have to care, or what is the point of what you're doing? Here's one of my favorites. The hardest part of raising a child is teaching them to ride bicycles. A shaky child on a bicycle for the first time needs both support and freedom. The realization that this is what the child will always need can hit hard. Very true. This is by Sloan Wilson. When you reach that point to where you realize they really aren't your babies anymore, and they are just that simple bike push ride, that close to being completely away from you. Unless the kid's anything like me and just can't figure out how to learn how to ride a bike until they're, 10? Oh, that stupid strawberry shortcake bike. I just wanted to throw it across the parking lot, but I eventually learned. Lots of scraped knees, elbows, legs, face, slivers from falling up against the garage. Later, I was riding around that darn thing going, ring, 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 ring. Yes! Did it! And then later came the rollerblades. I don't want to go there. I was very good rollerblader, but in between that time, we don't discuss that time. Let's see what else I have. You have a lifetime to work, but children are only young once. Another reason why I am grateful that I stay at home with my son. I honestly think I would lose my mind if I had to bring him to daycare every day. I know a lot of moms and dads that have to bring their kids to daycare every morning. And I am sure that it just breaks their heart. You think, well, what am I missing? What if they do something really great today? I wish I could be there. And I'm so thankful that I am here for that. And I wish everyone else had that too. I understand why people don't. It's not a uncommon thing, and it's a horribly difficult world. So I think there was one more quote that I wanted to read. In spite of the 6,000 manuals on child raising in the bookstores, child raising is still a dark continent, and no one really knows anything. You just need a lot of love, and luck, and of course, courage. Bill Cosby. Now for me, that is hitting the nail right on the head, because I get so sick of people trying to shove a parenting book in my face. Oh, here's how your baby will learn to sleep better. Here's how you learn to be a better mom or a more competent mother. Here's a book on how to feed your baby, how much of this a day, whatever, just all this stuff. And what happened to just being parents? If I spend all my time reading a book on how to be a parent, how effectively can I be a mother? How? You can't. I mean, I sit down and I read my son the same book 6 times that day, because that's the book he brings up to me that he wants to read. And when his little legs and his little butt scoot in and sit in my lap with that book, of course I'm going to read it to him. Would I rather do that, or would I rather sit there out reading a book on how to be a parent, when I think the answer is not only right in front of you, but one of the most obvious things you could ever see? Your child wants you around. If your child wants you around, what more is there to know? I mean, some books are good as far as reference, but I know so many people that take them as the Bible, where they say it has to be this way, and it goes like this, and it's very neat, orderly, detailed. And a lot of these books are just kinda Nazi-like. They're creepy. I actually bought one of these books. I'm not gonna say what book, but I did not like it. I like the idea of a structured schedule, which we have with my child, but it can tilt from here and there, because sometimes it has to. You have family over, your nap time's going to be an hour late. Oh, okay. Nobody's going to die. Yeah, it might be a little difficult, but it's worth it. Family's in town, how often do they get to see them? But anyway, I guess it's just kind of a rant on parenting, I suppose, for lack of any other name or term for this video. And I am thankful that I don't have very much, but everything that I do have means the world to me. And it just goes to show that material and the things that are of material really don't mean anything. As long as I have enough money to buy food for my son and my husband and myself and my cat, I'm okay. And, of course, pay the bills, which we kind of squeak by with anyway, but that's the general consensus for about 99% of the world, I think. But yeah, just... I guess the only thing you can take from this video, if I'm really making it to be an inspirational video, is love your children. I mean, they're not really trying to bother you or pester you all the time. Sometimes they are. You can tell. But sometimes they pester you and hang on you and keep bringing the same Halloween book to you 6 times in a day. Not that that happened to me yesterday. But I just sat down and read it every single time, because how much longer are we going to have this time for before they're gone? I don't ever want to be the person who sits back and wishes that I would have spent more time with my children. I want to be the person who sits there and thanks themselves and those around them, making that the opportunity that it was for her, for me, to spend time with my children, which is the only job now that I can ever see myself doing until my children are in school, and then I will go back to work again. But they are my job, and I love my job.